Hi, I'm Lauren Harris, and I'm the assistant editor at duallanguageschools.org, and I'm here today with Bill Rivers at La Cosecha. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So, I'm Bill Rivers. I have a ridiculously long title. I'm the Executive Director of the Joint National Committee for Languages and the National Council for Languages and International Studies. I lobby on behalf of America's languages in Washington, D.C. I'm originally a bilingual French-English speaker, and my professional language is Russian, and I'm slowly learning Spanish and Irish.
Oh, awesome. And you write a column for us on duallanguageschools.org. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the things that you talk about on your column?
What I talk about there is sort of what I see at the national level and things that strike me that might be of interest to our readers. Mm-hmm. Dual language, language education in general is actually really popular among American parents.
Yeah.
Parents want it for their kids, regardless of where they come from. Businesses want young people with global talent, and so we have a great story to tell. And so I use the column to try and relate some of that story and relate some of the things that how I experience being a bilingual. So one of the columns I think I wrote for you, but if I didn't write this one yet, it's going to be pretty soon.
It's an exclusive.
It's an exclusive, right. I don't know what a monolingual brain is like. I've never had a monolingual brain. And so when we make arguments at the policy level, when we try to convince school boards or principals or superintendents or state legislatures, the Congress, to support what we do, we're speaking to a certain number of folks who are not bilingual, who may have had very unfortunate experiences learning a language or having their own language exterminated, for lack of a better word. And so I'm always curious as to how our messages are received, because they make perfect sense to me. Yeah. But again, being someone who speaks 3 languages and is learning several others, they seem, like I say, perfectly reasonable to me, but I don't know how they're being received by other people.
So what inspired you to become an advocate for dual language education?
I've been working on language, national capacity in languages for my entire adult life. It comes from a family background. My father went to the Army Language School in 1960, and that was his entree into the middle class. He learned Russian and worked for the federal government for 35 years. I worked in national security. I worked in language access earlier in my career. I have seen both personally in my own life, in my children's lives, and in the community around us where languages matter, and we know they matter. We have to make that case to others, but it's too often been either a response to a crisis. So 1958, Sputnik is launched, and we have the National Defense Education Act. 1979, the embassy in Iran is seized, and we have the President's Commission on Foreign Languages and International Studies. We have the Gulf War in 92 or 93, I forget when it was, and then we have the Boren programs. Then we have 9/11 and a range of programs that come after that. Well, it would not just nice, but actually really important to focus on languages, not just because of an exigent crisis, not just because of national security, but for the inherent value that being bilingual and biliterate brings to everybody, for the social justice inherent in giving every child the opportunity to be bilingual. This has been my entire personal and professional life, and so I think for a lot of us it's more of a calling, an avocation than a vocation.